Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for, watching my story, and hopefully you're getting something from it. Remember, I'm just sharing my personal experiences being a dialysis patient, a journalist, and a national in Trinidad and Tobago. It's been a really interesting journey, and hopefully you can learn something from it. So please remember to like the video, subscribe, get somebody to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, because I believe even if your diagnosis is not renal failure and it is something else, that you could still learn something from it. Because today in particular I want to talk about the stages that I went through when I learned that I was a stage 5 chronic kidney disease. So number one for me, it was denial. I remember going to my nephrologist at the time, Dr. Leslie Roberts. Oh, nice nephrologist. I'd just be so grateful when I meet these nice doctors, or these doctors who are genuinely interested in your care and you're not just a case number. And she telling me that I might have to start dialysis, and I was like, oh no, we are going to get that creatinine level down. And let me tell you something, belief kills and belief cures. Dr. Roberts will stand testimony to this, that I got my creatinine down from 7 in the first instance to 4. And then I think I'd even gotten it lower than that because I had just changed my diet. When I tell you change my diet, I was just literally doing like soups and vegetables and fruits. That's it, and it went down. It went down, and then typical people. I got complacent. I got you miss the little bad food, the little terrible food, because your body had gotten so accustomed to it. And I went back to eating the junk, and sure enough, my creatinine went back up. So disbelief, denial was the first thing. Then it was disbelief. Like, this really happened to me. Like, I took care of myself. Even though I eat junk, don't get me wrong, I was always a conscious eater. I was always somebody who was interested in my well-being. And I was like, nah, this can't be right. So disbelief was the second thing for me. So first I denied, nah, I'm not going on any dialysis because I can fix this. And it was disbelief. Why am I going through this when I have done what I can for my health and I've been mindful, not eating completely healthy, but I didn't believe that what I was doing, was enough to get me to renal failure. Of course, in those times, you don't consider that you're a systemic lupus patient, and therefore when you have a flare, it can damage your organs, right? That kind of logical thinking went right out the door, because disbelief is better. Like, this can't be happening to me. Why me? Why me? What did I do to deserve this? So that was it. I know some people who go through anger or even depression. I did not go through depression when I started. I didn't go through depression at all. I don't even know. I think the closest I came to depression, I keep telling you all this, was 2021. 2021 is probably the year that broke me, or almost broke me, because it was just a year, a series of unfortunate events is what I call it, right? So I didn't go through the anger or the depression. I went through the denial and then the disbelief. And then, of course, you start bargaining. Do I have to take this dialysis? What if I can do something else to help, in between? So you think of all the natural remedies that you probably would have suited you better when the kidneys were able to process them, right? And probably would have helped at that stage. But where I'm at, you're trying to bargain, okay? Everybody in your inbox telling you what they can do and what remedies they have, and you should try moringa this and you could try moringa that. And I was new to this dialysis by that point, so everything they tell me, I keep telling them, well, my kidneys can't process it. My kidneys can't process it, so I don't want to put anything in that I can't process out. Again, your logic not even telling you to think that, okay, well, the dialysis will help you to get it out. But when you don't understand something and when you don't have sufficient knowledge, anything you're told, you'll believe. Almost anything you're told, you will believe when you have insufficient knowledge of and information about any particular thing. And that's where I was when my journey started. So I went through the bargaining of trying to figure out, okay, is there anything else I can do that could, get me to be without dialysis, to do without dialysis, blah, blah. Then it was resignation. All right, I have to be doing this thing. Let me just get on with it because I still have to live. I still have to continue on with my life. So you resign yourself to the fact that you have to be on dialysis now, and this is your new reality. Now I know a lot of us spend a lot of time looking back, including yours truly, and oh, my hot pictures, how me used to look good, how my body was right and tight and nice. Hey, let me tell you. And you just keep going through the photo albums because people don't know. Dialysis changes your entire look. You look different. Even though those who know you may see you looking the same, trust me, there are a lot of physical changes that happen with your body. Least among them that you get a lot darker because maybe the toxicity, and if you're not dialyzing enough, or based on what you're eating, all of that, the buildup of toxins in your body, you look different. Sometimes you even tend to age overnight and you wonder what happened. So these are some of the things. So you resign yourself to the fact that you have to be on this machine, and this is what it is. And then I decide to move from resignation and get to acceptance. Now with acceptance, it means that you're on dialysis, but you're going to make the best of your life and keep it moving. I got there, and I think I got there pretty quickly because I don't like feeling sorry for myself. None at all. None at all. I don't like feeling sorry for myself. If you see me come on here and I'm talking about something and I'm crying, it's because I have not healed from it. So you see those surgeries back in 2021? I think I'm managing that. You see that damn humiliating experience in the hospital where they come to shave me punani to put catheter there, to put catheter on my leg? Not so much. And issues, the family issues? None at all, right? So obviously I can deal with dialysis. Now I'm here grinning because you learn. Take the time out to learn about what you're dealing with. Please, please, please. You will never regret it. But even yesterday I was talking to Nurse George and we were having the conversation about how so many patients just sit and take absolutely no interest in their health. Like for me, I can't come off that machine and I don't know how much of my blood was processed through the machine, or what my clearances, how much potassium I've removed, because that will give me a hint, a little iota of an idea of when we can eat until we reach back to dialysis. Yes, because if you only process 50-60% of your blood, to me, I have no leeway if you do nothing. But like me, who ensure that I process 80-90% of my blood, it means that me almost brand new, then I could afford to eat a little slice of avocado. So these are some of the little things that I do that I think make a difference to my survival. A lot of you see me and you tell me, oh, you don't look like you're on dialysis, you don't look like you're sick. And remember, I'm almost 10 years in. I'm almost 10 years in, so I don't think you should be with this thing and you don't know what you're dealing with. I don't know everything, I'm still learning, but I'm interested in learning about it every single solitary day. You understand? And ever so often I'll Google stuff like, I had some lemongrass tea, what we call fever grass tea. I'll still go and look, even though I'm sure I've looked over the years, what fever grass is good for. Because I don't want to be putting something into my body unnecessarily, that I know might cause problems down the road. Like that chocolate cake that I ate, this big slice of chocolate cake that I ate in 2016, that caused me severe distress, and I'll tell you about that in the next video. Right? I'll give you one of them testimonials again. And so, after resignation, you get to the acceptance and you just decide to live your life. Don't just survive. Live. Do the things that make you happy. Do the things that make you healthy. Get up, move, exercise. And when you get to that acceptance, then, how do you cope? How do you cope with the things that you can no longer do, or the limitations now, or the changes that you have to make? I always say, choose. Choose wisely, choose carefully what you need to do and what you don't need to do. What are the things you can do without? Let's say you're a party girl and you realize every time you party now you're tired. Cut down the partying. It's not that difficult for your health. Let's say your health is your wealth, because if you're unhealthy, Lord Jesus, half of your life done. You're just counting your days. So choose what kind of life you want to live and what kind of life works for your health, for your dialysis schedule. Just choose, make the right choice for you, because that's important. Now, after you choose, Connect with people, connect with like-minded people. Believe it or not, you're not the only one going through this. You're definitely not the only person going through this. There is a community out there. There are other people out there who are dialysis patients, and some may be willing to talk with you, some may not. I can tell you without fear of contradiction, not just dialysis, not just lupus, but just people who are ill. I don't like big settings. Forgive me, because I grew up in a big yard, as you call it, with a lot of people. So I tend to be a recluse a lot. I prefer a small crowd. I prefer a quiet space. It doesn't mean that I don't socialize and I don't go out, but I always get very, I would say, even anxious or uncomfortable when I have to be in huge spaces. Media works for somebody like me because you connect with the people through a screen or through a sound, you know, through the airwaves or through the screen. So you still get the audience without being in the same space. And no, I'm not antisocial. I just prefer a small, a more managed, a more controlled environment. I really do. That's just who I am. But connect with people who you can share your stories with, or you can feed ideas off of, or you can get some information or some knowledge from. It's important. I've helped, I can't even count how many people I've spoken to over the years of going through this. Like literally, I'll share my story and you'll get all a 10, 15, 20 message in your messenger, and trust me, as long as I see it, I will answer it. I wouldn't ignore such messages, even though Facebook keeps spamming 3/4 of the people out of my life. I don't know why. And then, of course, after you connect with these people, communicate. It's okay. Tell people how you're feeling. People can't help you if they don't know where you're at. Nobody can help you if you keep to yourself what you're going through, right? You can't get help that way. Now, if you choose to share with them and they still act as if, well, then you're not going through anything and they're not willing to help you, find a different crowd. That's okay too. You understand? Surround yourself with people who are willing to listen to you and understand that even if they're not going through it, that they can empathize. Not feel sorry for you, but empathize. Give you that listening ear when you need it. You know, allow you to be comfortable to share, because a lot of times people don't understand dialysis patients, you know, because they can't understand how right now I may be feeling good and sprightly and dandy, and after a dialysis session I'm no use to myself, because you feel tired, you feel exhausted, your blood pressure might be low, and hypertensive episodes are extremely popular and extremely common, you know, and extremely frequent when you're a dialysis patient. It takes a lot to balance your body, and once that imbalance is there, then anything can happen, right? So communicate how you're feeling. Find that safe space where you can share your thoughts and your feelings with somebody or some bodies, whatever it is. And just know that even in my dialysis center, 10 years is absolutely nothing. I have people in John Hughes Memorial Kidney Foundation who's been on dialysis over 20 years. And I'm sharing this with you to let you know that just keep going. You can make it. If they can make it, why not you? So have a great day, guys, and please do remember to share, like, comment, and subscribe. I need you to subscribe. I need this message to go out. So take care. Bye-bye.